Hello everyone, Mr. Horace here. Gonna introduce a great Chinese, classic rock song here, written by Luo Dayou, the Chinese Bob Dylan. And the song, it's a funky one and funny. It feels funny, when you listen to it. It's pretty almost nonsensical. I mean, like almost like it's like a joke. I mean, it's not really serious. I mean, how can this be a song, right? Anyway, that's just your kind of a superficial. That's gonna be the superficial impression you're gonna have. If you really examine the lyrics, it's a very serious song. It's a social commentary about the Taiwan of early 1980s and late 1970s. So anyway, it's interesting. It's a masterpiece. I mean, of course, it's just so incredible. Anyway, the title is called Zhi Hu Zhe Ye. Zhi Hu Zhe Ye. I mean, what is that? It doesn't even. I mean, it does sound funny, right? Zhi Hu Zhe Ye. What's the meaning? It doesn't really mean anything. If you put these four words together, it doesn't mean anything. So very, excellent choice of the title, but it does mean a lot. It's a rock song. Has a lot of electric guitar. Intro, interlude, and outro solo. It's all electric guitar. So of course, nobody ever did it for other people to play. So I had to take on this, task. But anyway, I did it. So now it's, everybody can play it. Well, anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at this funky and funny rock song, 知乎者也 by Luo Dayou.知不知为知之，在乎不在乎，此人何其者，孔老夫子也。知之为不知，在不在乎，此人何其者，寒山之始也。不知为知之，不在乎在乎，此人何其者，其人是也。很久以前，我们的祖先就曾经这么说。很久以前，我们的祖先就曾经这么说。现在看看我们的青年，他们在讲什么？哇塞！但是要想想，到底你要他们怎么做？剪刀跟带子，清汤挂面糊，真是中道者，莫过如此也。风花雪月之，哗啦啦啦呼。所谓民歌者，是否如此也 ？Interlude. Man, this is crazy. It's crazy. 呼呼呼呼呼， 耶。很久以前，我们的祖先就曾经这么说。很久以前，我们的祖先就曾经这么说。现在听听我们的青年，他们在讲什么？但是要想想，到底你要他们怎么做？So, isn't that quite entertaining? It's just so funny. I mean, it's funny, you know. I mean, I'm sure for those of you who don't, speak Mandarin at all, it might seem to you it's total nonsense. I mean, this is all it sounds. I mean, zhi, hu, zhe, yeah. I mean, even if you speak Chinese, okay, 知为知，在乎不在乎，此人何其者？孔老夫子也。Now, Confucius. 孔老夫子 is Confucius. I'll just give you a little bit. I mean, just kind of give you a brief, outline of what the song is about, So the first, knowing something is knowing. Not knowing, Confucius is 知为知，不知为不知，是知也。Knowing what you know, that's that's very similar to what Socrates said. Knowing that you know this, and also knowing you don't know other things, that is knowledge. If you think you know everything, then you don't know, right? It's very, very philosophical. I mean, it's very interesting. So, you know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. That is knowing. That is knowledge. So who said that? Which person said that? Confucius. Okay, so so that's Confucius. 知为知. The second person, it's a Buddhist philosopher, Han Shanzi, and the ancient, So the Buddhist. So what does Buddhism teach about knowledge? Okay, what is knowledge? What defines knowledge? 知为不知. You think you know, but you really don't know. You think you know something, but you really don't know anything. Buddhism, right? Schopenhauer in the West, right? What you think you know, you really know the surface. You can see. You can see only the surface, but you don't know the thing in itself, right? That's nobody can can touch that or understand that. So that's Buddhism, right? You think you know something, but you really don't know. 在不在乎? Because you don't know, so you don't need to care. 不在乎, you don't care. You don't need to care. And who said that? I mean, whose idea? That's, Han Shanzi, which represents Buddhism. Buddhism really doesn't care about acquiring knowledge in this world, knowledge about this world, because that's all illusion. Illusion, right? Because you really don't know. You can't know. It's not possible to know. It's all illusion. So, don't care about trying to understand what is going on, in this, in our physical existence, what's happening in our physical world. You don't really care about that. And then, so that's two, the third type of philosophy. I mean, which really is, that describe everybody, most common people. 不知为知之，不知为知之。Even though you don't know, but you think you know. You really don't know anything. But most people, they think, hey, I know something. I know everything. In fact, I know everything. So, I mean, this is common, a regular person, common people. 不在乎在乎, they don't care about caring. 不在乎, verb. 在乎, verb. They don't really care about caring about something. 此人何其者? 其人是也. 其人 is just your normal, regular people. Ordinary people. That's you and me. Right? So you have, the three different type of interpretation or perspective about knowledge, knowing. Anyway, interesting, right? 很久以前，我们的祖先就曾经这么说。很久以前，我们的祖先就曾经这么说。Long, long time ago, our ancestors already said that. Confucius, Han Shanzhi, Buddha, they already said. 现在看看我们的青年，他们在讲什么？ But let's listen to what our young people are talking. 哇塞！ But you have to really think about. 但是要想想到底你要他们怎么做。But you also have to, really think about what do you want them to do. You're gonna say, well, yeah, these people are wrong. They're all wrong. I mean, they all, they got everything wrong. They really don't know what they're doing. Okay, they're not doing what our ancestors asking them to do. They don't have the wisdom. Confucius, Buddha. But what do you want them to do? You got to think about that, right? What do you want them to do? You are their, parents, their teachers. We are what do they want them to do? So anyway, it's very, very deep, interesting, and then it goes into other things. It's kind of like Bob Dylan. I mean, that's why they call him Bob Dylan, right? The Chinese Bob Dylan, or because you got to think about the lyrics, right? Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind, for example. What's the meaning? There's a lot of meaning in there. I mean, even though he really declined, refused to provide his own interpretation of his, what's his intention of writing the song. But if you really if you really study and examine the words, you can get a lot out of it, right? Anyway. 之乎者也，很久以前我们的祖先。I mean, that's just before we end this. Let's just kind of go. I love that. 很久以前我们的祖先就曾经这么说。很久以前我们的祖先就曾经这么说。很久以前我们的祖先就曾经这么说。现在看看我们的青年，他们在唱什么？听听他们唱什么。但是要想想到底你要他们怎么做。I mean, see, this is funky. I mean, just to make you feel like, I mean, anyway. Alright, I'm not gonna stop right here. Get too crazy, I mean. Follow the middle way. Okay, that's really the only thing you need to understand and do. Everything's about balance and take the middle road. So I'm gonna stop right now before I become too crazy. Bye bye.